of two of our distinguished guests and officials. Of course, our DOST Secretary, Renato Yusulidum Jr. of the Department of Science and Technology, and His Excellency, the Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Japan, His Excellency Endo Kazuya. Okay, so by the way, earlier we have witnessed the blessing of our facilities headed by our parish priest. And in 1 minute, probably we'll formally start our inaugural ceremonies. Thank you. So once again, good morning everyone. Maayong buntag. Magandang umaga po sa lahat. And welcome to our inaugural ceremonies for the Cagayan De Oro River Basin Flood Forecasting and Warning System. And of course, we would like to acknowledge the presence and the time with us right now of our dear guests from the DOST headed by Secretary Sulidum, our contingent from Japan, of course, headed by our Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Japan. We also have our representatives from our partner, our colleagues from the Japan International Cooperation Agency, colleagues from DOST Regional Office, DOST-PAGASA, attached agencies, and of course, we also have our representatives from the local government units, our local chief executives, and of course, our legislative representatives. We also have our regional directors of our different line agencies. We also have our media partners who are joining us right now and other stakeholders. So by the way, I'm Mr. Bernard Punsalan of the Public Information Unit of DOST-PAGASA.
And I am Orion Esiazon, a weather specialist stationed here in Mulugan, Mindanao, Pag-asa, Mulugan, El Salvador City.
And now, to formally begin our celebrations, let us, may we request everyone to kindly stand and let us join the singing of the Philippine National Anthem of Japan and Philippines, to be led by our El Salvador City Choral.
And please remain standing as we continue with the invocation, which will be also led by our LGU El Salvador Choral. You may now take your seats. So before we proceed, we would like to acknowledge the arrival of Honorable Bambi Imano, the Congressman of the 2nd District of Misamis Oriental. So thank you also once again, the LGU El Salvador City Chorale. So everyone present here today share a common vision of building a resilient community, strengthened by the application of science and technology. Today, we are honored to hear from a leader at the helm of an agency dedicated to providing accurate, up-to-date data and timely information on atmospheric and other weather-related phenomena. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to Dr. Nathaniel T. Servando, Administrator of DOST-PAGASA, for the welcome message.
To the Honorable Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology, Dr. Renato Yosolidom Jr., His Excellency Indo Kazuya, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Japan, the Honorable Congressman Edgar Bambi Imano of the 2nd District of Misamis Oriental, the Honorable Mayor Edgar Islignes of El Salvador City, of course, the DOST Undersecretary, Sancho A. Maburang, together with Region 10 DOST Regional Director Romila Rotelia. Our distinguished partners from the Japan government, and of course from the Japan International Cooperation Agency. Our honorable local government officials from El Salvador City and Cagayan De Oro City, and also here in Barangay Mulugan, El Salvador. And of course, Misamis Oriental municipalities of Baongon, Libona, and Talakag in Bukidnon. Our distinguished guests from our partner agencies. We have here Mr. Adolfo Aris Gutierrez, Deputy Director General of the Public Information Agency, PIA. We have NTC Region 10, Teodoro Buenavista Jr. We have Office of Civil Defense Region 10, Director Antonio Sogarol. Of course, from JICA, we have here Mr. Baba Takashi, ably represented by Mr. Morishima Takanore, together with his team from the JICA office in Manila. And of course, the resilient people of Cagayan de Oro, Mulugan City, and the nearby provinces. Colleagues in the Department of Science and Technology and DOST-PAGASA. We have here Dr. Roy Badilla, the Deputy Administrator for Operation Services, and the newly appointed Chief of the PAGASA Mindanao Office. We have here Ms. Anyanita Fortis. Maayong buntag at maayong aga sa ating aton tanan. On behalf of DOST-PAGASA, it is my great honor to welcome all of you to this inauguration of the Cagayan de Oro River Basin Flood Forecasting and Warning System. Today marks a significant milestone in our collective efforts to strengthen resilience against hydrometeorological hazards. 14 years after Typhoon Sindong, with international name Washing, devastated the city of Cagayan de Oro, initiatives to further improve disaster preparedness and response intensified in the region through the active involvement from both the national and local governments. The catastrophic typhoon also served as a reminder of the urgent need to establish a more systemized and comprehensive network of flood monitoring and warning systems. The Cagayan De Oro River, one of the major river basins in the country, has provided the surrounding areas with stable water and aquatic food supply, vibrant economic activities such as tourism, and other beneficial resources from its ecosystem. However, severe flooding has affected the livelihood and properties of the local residents. Aligned with the priority measures of the current administration to mitigate the effects of natural hazards such as flooding, the DOST-PAGASA, of course under the Department of Science and Technology, continuously strengthens its technical capabilities to provide accurate, timely, and relevant flood bulletins and warnings to the affected communities. The inauguration of the newly established Cagayan De Oro River Basin Flood Forecasting Warning System is a testament of our commitment to deliver reliable and relevant products and services to develop communities resilient to hazardous effects of tropical cyclones such as floods. This state-of-the-art flood monitoring facility, located in one of the Mindanao's major river basins, is strategically designed to monitor the hydrological conditions of the entire Cagayan de Oro River Basin and its tributaries. With the concerted effort of both private and public organizations, the disastrous effects of tropical cyclones such as severe floodings can be prevented, particularly by reducing the risks to people's lives. DOST-PAGASA strives to expand its services across the country to ensure nationwide coverage through its weather monitoring and flood warning systems. We express our gratitude to the government of Japan through JICA for their unwavering support and invaluable assistance to our country. Most recently, in the establishment of the CDO Flood Forecasting and Warning System, a non-structural measure to address severe floodings. And may our sustained collaboration strengthen the resilience of our communities and to enhance disaster preparedness for the future. We also extend our deepest appreciation to the local government officials of El Salvador City, Misamis Oriental, our colleagues from the Department of Science and Technology, of course headed by our beloved Secretary Dr. Renato Yusolidom Jr., and the hardworking men and women of DOST-PAGASA. This momentous event is a testament to everyone's dedication to excellence and commitment to public service. Our nation may have faced catastrophic events caused by natural hazards, but we have shown resiliency through these ordeals. The indomitable spirit of the Filipinos is proof that together we will rise above these adversities and build a stronger nation. Daghang salamat, kag padayon. Okay.
All right, thank you very much, our Administrator of DOST-PAGASA, Dr. Nathaniel Servando, for his heartwarming message of gratitude and inspiration. Okay. So as we all know, Japan has been a steadfast partner in disaster preparedness and response of the Philippines, strengthening our shared commitment into resilience and risk reduction. The bond between our nations is built on trust, mutual respect, and collective dedication to safeguarding communities. Today, we are very honored to welcome our distinguished guest, our beloved extraordinary Ambassador and Plenipotentiary of Japan, to give us a warm message as he delivers his message. Please all welcome His Excellency Enzo Kazuya.
Honorable DOST Secretary Dr. Renato Soldam, Honorable PAGASA Administrator Dr. Nathaniel Servando, Honorable Congressman, Mayor, and all the distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Magandang mga po sa inyong lahat. On behalf of the Japanese government, I would like to congratulate all the people present here today and the people of El Salvador, Cagayan De Oro, on the successful completion of the project for improving flood forecasting and warming system for Cagayan De Oro River Basin, which includes this flood forecasting and warning center. This milestone greatly benefits numerous low-lying communities along one of the major river basins in the Philippines, as they now have access to more timely, accurate, and reliable flood warning information. The introduction of state-of-the-art technology, including additional expand radars, rainfall gauging stations, and an upgraded telecommunication network, will further strengthen disaster preparedness efforts. More importantly, it will boost preventive measures that not only protect lives but also safeguard the livelihoods of the people of Bukidnon and Misamis Oriental. The government of Japan applauds the continuous and unwavering commitment of the Philippine government in enhancing the country's disaster mitigation capacity. This initiative is a crucial step in ensuring the well-being of the communities, especially as the frequency and intensity of natural disasters continue to pose challenges to the country's socio-economic development. By focusing on disaster risk reduction, the Philippines is laying the ground for a safer, more resilient future for its citizens. I would also like to extend our gratitude to all the government agencies, local authorities, and dedicated individuals whose tireless work ensured the timely completion of this project. Your hard work has made the achievement possible, and for that we are deeply grateful. Disaster risk reduction remains a key area of cooperation between our countries, as well as the development of Mindanao. Prime Minister Ishiba once mentioned, "We want to make Japan the world's leading country in disaster prevention and spread disaster prevention awareness and technology throughout the world." I hope this initiative will raise public awareness and encourage further investment in disaster mitigation in the Philippines. Right now, cherry blossoms are in full bloom in various parts of Japan. The Philippine-Japan friendship and cooperation are also in full bloom, as is often called as in golden age. But there is a critical difference. While the full bloom period of cherry blossoms is quite short, and beautiful cherry blossom flowers do fall in several weeks, but our friendship and cooperation last for long. They will never fall. Oh, thank you. As April in Japan signals new beginnings, I'm reminded of the start of my tour in this country, as well as the warmth of the various Filipino partners I've met since then. With this auspicious day of April 4, marking exactly a year since assuming my role as ambassador, I hope you will permit me to say Maraming salamat sa isang taong pagtanggap at suporta. As we approach the 70th anniversary of Japan-Philippine diplomatic relations next year, I'm confident this milestone will further strengthen the bond between our two nations. Our shared commitment to building a sustainable, disaster-resilient future will continue to guide our partnership in the years to come. Once again, congratulations on the successful completion of this vital project. Daghang salamat, maraming salamat po at magbuhay ang pagkakaibigan ng Cherry Blossom at Sampaguita.
Thank you so much, His Excellency Ando Kazuya. We are truly honored by your presence and grateful of your inspiring message on behalf of the government of Japan. Now, before we proceed to the next message, allow us to show to you via video presentation the overview of the success of this project with the improved flood forecasting and warning system of the Cagayan De Oro River Basin.
Distinguished guests, esteemed partners, and members of the community, welcome to this historic occasion, the official inauguration of the enhanced flood forecasting and warning system for the Cagayan de Oro River Basin. Today, we celebrate a groundbreaking achievement in disaster preparedness, one that will safeguard lives, protect communities, and enhance our resilience against the increasing threat of extreme weather events. The Cagayan de Oro River Basin is the 16th largest in the Philippines and one of its most significant watersheds, covering vast portions of northern Mindanao. Nearly 60% of its watershed is situated within the municipality of Talakag, Bukidnon. However, its unique characteristics, steep slopes, a relatively small size, and an almost circular shape, make it one of the most flood-prone basins in the country. The speed at which rainfall accumulates and drains into the river increases the risk of flash floods and landslides, especially during intense weather disturbances. This vulnerability was tragically demonstrated in December 2011 when Tropical Cyclone Sendong unleashed torrential rains, causing catastrophic flooding and landslides. More than 1,000 lives were lost, particularly in Cagayan de Oro and Iligan, marking one of the deadliest weather-related disasters in Philippine history. Subsequent weather events, such as Tropical Cyclone Vinta and other LPA-induced floods and landslides, further reinforced the urgent need for a stronger, more accurate, and more reliable flood early warning system.
To address these challenges, the Department of Science and Technology, Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration, DOST-PAGASA, with the generous support of the people of Japan, represented by His Excellency Ando Kazuya, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Japan, through the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, has undertaken a transformative project. This initiative enhances our hydrometeorological network with cutting-edge technology to provide more precise and timelier flood forecasting and warning services for the entire river basin.
This expanded network includes 7 water level and rainfall monitoring stations, strategically positioned along the Cagayan de Oro River, from its origins in Talakag to downstream locations, including the Taluban Bridge near the DPWH flood control structure. 6 standalone rainfall monitoring stations, 4 of which are located in Talakag, with installations at Miyarayon Central Elementary School, Masimag Elementary School, Tikalaan National High School, and the Talakag Municipal Government Center. 2 state-of-the-art X-band radar stations. These advanced radars will monitor rain-bearing cloud formations, dramatically improving the accuracy of rainfall predictions and flood warnings. The X-band stations also serve as relay points for microwave transmission. These hydrometeorological stations are fully automated and equipped with solar panels. They operate independently and transmit real-time data to PAGASA's Flood Forecasting and Warning Center via VHF and microwave communications. This real-time capability ensures that emergency responders and communities receive timely alerts, allowing for early evacuation and risk mitigation. With the integration of the X-band radar system, this flood forecasting and warning system is now the most advanced of its kind in the Philippines. This project was conceived through a rigorous preparatory study conducted between March 2017 and March 2018. Official agreements between PAGASA and local stakeholders, including educational institutions, were formalized in January 2018. However, due to the global COVID-19 pandemic, full-scale implementation was delayed. With the lifting of restrictions, all required building permits, land use agreements, and approvals from indigenous peoples' councils were successfully secured. Today, we mark the full implementation phase, ensuring that the system will be operational in the coming months. This project is a testament to the spirit of collaboration. We extend our deepest gratitude to our local government offices partners, the Municipality of Baungon, Municipality of Laguna, Municipality of Talakag, Cagayan De Oro City, and El Salvador City. Their unwavering commitment to disaster preparedness has been invaluable in the realization of this project. We also acknowledge the support of the Department of Education, the Indigenous Peoples Councils, and community stakeholders who have played a vital role in this initiative. Now, as we look ahead, we reaffirm our commitment to using science and innovation to protect lives and build climate resilience. With the completion of this flood forecasting and warning system, communities across the Cagayan de Oro River Basin will be better equipped to respond to the growing challenges posed by extreme weather. This is more than just an infrastructure milestone. It is a legacy of preparedness, a beacon of hope, and a symbol of international cooperation, dedicated to safeguarding the future of our people. Thank you, and may this initiative serve as a model of resilience for generations to come.
Collaboration is indeed the cornerstone of progress. And this project, the improvement of the flood forecasting and warning system for the Cagayan de Oro River Basin, is a testament to the enduring partnership between the Philippines and Japan. This project reflects the shared commitment to strengthening disaster resilience through innovation and cooperation. Now, to deliver a message on behalf of Mr. Baba Takashi, the Chief Representative of Japan International Cooperation Agency, Philippine Office, Please join me in welcoming Mr. Marishima Takanori, Senior Representative of JICA Philippines Office.
Department of Science and Technology and Secretary Leonard Soledam Jr., DOST Undersecretary Sancho Maboran, PAGASA Administrator Nathaniel Selvando, Congressman Bambi Emano, His Excellency Ambassador Endo Kazuya, representatives and colleagues from DOST regional offices, DOST PAGASA, DPED, DILG, OCD, DSWD, NEDA, DPWH, DOH, EMB, NIA, NCIP, PNP, PIA, LGU officials from Bangon, Bukidnon, Cagayan De Oro, El Salvador, Ribona, Taracog, members from Nippon Koei and Marubeni, other distinguished guests. Good morning, Maayong buntag. I'm Takanori Morishima, Senior Representative at the JICA Philippine Office. On behalf of Chief Representative Takashi Baba, I would like to deliver the message from JICA. Today, on this wonderful occasion of the inauguration of the project for improving of fraud forecasting and warning system of Cagayan De Oro River Basin, I would like to extend heartfelt gratitude to our partners who tirelessly worked for this project. I believe that this project will bring big impact to the region by not only mitigating damage from natural disaster, especially flood, but also providing investment opportunity. This is a major milestone in the relationship between the Philippines and Japan towards a more equitable and resilient society for all. And I hope this project serves as a testament to the trust JICA has continuously developed with the Philippines. As a friend, we greatly value as we share the same challenges of disaster risks. Since arriving in the Philippines as Chief Representative 2 weeks ago, I have had a great honor to meet with government officials, including Secretary Soledam. And always highlighted in the discussions were the tremendous growth potential of this country, as well as the impact of climate change. The frequency and intensity of natural disasters are only getting exacerbated. That's the reason why we are here to support enhancing the existing fraud forecasting and warning system through this new facility equipment with technologies to improve the fraud prediction accuracy and timeliness. With 2 expand radars, 7 water level gauge stations, 13 ground rainfall gauge equipment in various strategic locations in Cagayan De Oro City and Bukidnon Province. This cooperation covers the monitoring of the whole Cagayan De Oro River Basin and Tarogan River Basin, which has an estimated drainage area of 1,500 square kilometers and a river length of 90 kilometers. Moreover, the radar imagery from the installed expand radars and data from the monitoring stations are shared in real time within PAGASA and to Cagayan De Oro DRRM office. This establishment of a backbone telecommunication network is critical for more than 8 barangays, over 700,000 people to benefit from rainfall and flood warning advisories that now reach them faster. Here, I would like to emphasize that the fraud forecasting and warning information is effectively Only when the citizens are properly informed about the risks and aware of the need for evacuation upon guidance of PAGASA. In order to maintain the functionality of the facility, operation and maintenance of the monitoring equipment provided to PAGASA and the Cagayan De Oro City DRM office would be very critical as well. I hope this facility serves the people of Cagayan De Oro for many years to come, hand in hand with the community engagement and care for upkeep. Although this project has now been completed, JICA is always going to be with you as a partner as we make steady progress in strengthening our partnership in disaster preparedness. Thank you very much. Dagang salamat.
Thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu. Once again, Mr. Morishima Takanori, the ably representing Mr. Baba Takashi of the Japan International Cooperation Agency, or JICA. All right, so very inspiring message from him, and of course, the assurance of an unwavering commitment from JICA to the Philippines. Science and technology plays a crucial role in strengthening our country's disaster risk reduction and management efforts. As we continue to harness innovation for a much resilient future, it is our privilege to introduce our key speaker in this endeavor. To introduce our esteemed keynote speaker, may I respectfully welcome, to help me introduce our key speaker, our Undersecretary for Regional Operations of the Department of Science and Technology, Engineer Sancho Maborang.
Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Maayong buntag. It is with distinct pride and honor to introduce to you our keynote speaker for today. A distinguished scientist and dedicated public servant, he has devoted 40 years to the Department of Science and Technology, rising through the ranks with unwavering commitment to science and national service. He began his career in 1984 as a science research specialist at PBOLCS, later becoming its director in 2003, where he played a crucial role in strengthening our country's disaster resilience. He holds a BS in geology from UP Diliman and an MS in geological sciences from the University of Illinois at Chicago, and a PhD in earth sciences from the University of California, San Diego. He served as an undersecretary of the DOST from 2017 to 2022, leading key initiatives in disaster risk reduction, climate change, and scientific and technical services. His exemplary contributions have earned him numerous accolades, including the Presidential Citation for Public Service and the Presidential Lingkod Bayan Award. In the year 2022, he was appointed by President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr. to head the department and tasked to lead, direct, and coordinate all the country's efforts in areas of science, technology, and innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology, Dr. Renato Umali Solidum Jr.
Please sit down. Thank you very much. His Excellency Endo Kazuya, Ambassador, Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Japan. Takanori Morishima, Senior Representative for Disaster Risk Reduction and Management of the Japan International Cooperation Agency, Philippines Office. To Congressman Bambi Imano of the 2nd District of Misamis Oriental, Mayor Edgar S. Lignes of El Salvador City, key officials of the Department of Science and Technology, led by Undersecretary Sancho Maborang, Regional Director Dr. Romelia Enratilla, and the Administrator of PAGASA, Dr. Nathaniel T. Servando, officials of various government organizations from the national and regional offices, local government officials from El Salvador City and Cagayan de Oro City, municipalities of Baungon, Libuna, and Talakag in Bukidnon, our dear partners for resilience, friends from the media, colleagues in the department, and to the resilient people of Northern Mindanao, maayong buntag, ohayo gozaimasu, magandang umaga, good morning. It is an honor to stand before you today as we inaugurate the Cagayan de Oro River Basin Flood Forecasting and Warning System, a milestone in our collective efforts to strengthen disaster resilience in the region. I would like to begin with 2 questions. First, do you believe that the Philippines is a land of beauty? Of course, yes. With its breathtaking landscape, rich biodiversity, and abundant natural resources, it is no surprise that the answer is a resounding yes. Now, my second question, do you also believe that it is a land of the beast? If you ask me, I would say yes. This beauty, the beautiful landscapes we have been shaped and often challenged by the forces of nature. Situated in one of the most disaster-prone regions of the world, the Philippines is constantly exposed to typhoons, earthquakes, floods, volcanic eruptions. Yes, this very beast of nature has sculpted the beauty of our land. For example, our pristine white beaches were most likely uplifted corals by earthquakes and formed by weathering of rocks and the skeletal remains of marine organisms like corals and shells. The iconic chocolate hills of Bohol took shape over millions of years through tectonic uplift caused by earthquakes. Limestone erosion. Mayon volcano in Bicol, with its near-perfect cone, stands as a symbol of both beauty and danger, reminding us of the volcanic forces that shaped our archipelago. Many of our mountains were lifted by earthquakes and sculpted by landslides and floods. Therefore, the Philippines exists as it does today because of nature's immense power, both its fury and its grace. Hence, beauty and the beast. Understanding and respecting this power allows us to harness its gifts while mitigating its risks. Through science, technology, and proactive governance, we can coexist with nature in a way that fosters both security and prosperity. The Cagayan de Oro River Basin is a testament to this dual nature. It provides life-giving water for agriculture, fisheries, and tourism, yet it can also unleash devastating floods that threaten lives and livelihoods. According to the 2025 Climate Risk Index, published by German Watch last February 12, The Philippines ranks among the top 10 most affected countries by extreme weather events over the past 3 decades. From Typhoon Ondoy or Kitsana in 2009, which affected Metro Manila and surrounding provinces, to Pablo or Bofa in 2012, which affected Davao Oriental, Compostela Valley, Super Typhoon Yolanda or Haiyan in 2013, Ompong in 2018, and perhaps the most painful memory for many of you is Sendong or Washi in 2011, which devastated Cagayan de Oro and Iligan City. Each disaster left behind heartbreaks, thousands of lives lost, and billions of damages. Among them, Typhoon Yolanda remains one of the deadliest, claiming over 7,000 lives, destroying 1.1 million homes and causing economic losses of 13 billion US dollars. The devastating floods of the past in your place and in many other places of the Philippines have shown us the critical need for preparedness and early warning system such as this flood forecasting and warning system. Recognizing this, the Department of Science and Technology, starting 2022, has intensified its efforts under 4 strategic pillars: to promote human well-being, to have longer and better life, to foster wealth creation, to have not only longer and better life, but wealthy life, to reinforce wealth protection, not only to have longer and better life and wealthy life, but safe and secure life and livelihood, and institutionalizing sustainability to have longer and better life, wealthy life, safe and secure and sustainable life. I would say that all of us, whether we're Filipinos or Japanese, would desire such kind of life. And this project, made possible through the support of the government of Japan and JICA, along with the commitment of DOST through its PAGASA and our local government partners, marks a significant step forward in disaster risk reduction and response, making sure that we protect people's lives, we protect people's livelihood, and we protect the economic development of your region. The fears and uncertainties caused by past typhoons and floods are now met with science-based solutions. This early warning system, equipped with state-of-the-art technology, will prepare our communities for the risks posed by flooding and other hydrometeorological hazards. With 2 X-band radars, 13 telemetered rainfall and water level monitoring stations, and a dedicated data transmission network, we are strengthening our ability to provide timely and accurate flood advisories. This system will empower communities and disaster risk managers with real-time critical information, enabling swift and effective responses. But for our government and community partners, technology is one thing, but the involvement of our community in terms of preparedness and actual exercises will strengthen the impact of this flood warning system. I request that all of us need to do our part so that we can ensure that we are safe even despite the passage of the beast, the typhoons and floods that may come our way. At the Department of Science and Technology, we firmly believe in the power of science, technology, and innovation. We are not powerless against disasters when we have the right knowledge, the right tools, and the right behavior to act at the right time. For too long, we Filipinos have been portrayed as mere victims of disasters. But we have the power to change this narrative. Resilience has long been associated with the Filipino spirit, often symbolized by our ability to smile during and after calamities and rebuild from the ruins. However, our experiences with disasters tell us one thing: resilience must go beyond survival. Even for the last, the least, and the lost, according to our leaders. We must redefine disaster resilience, not just as enduring hardship, but as building economic strength and prosperity in the face of adversity. Our story should no longer one of victims, but victors over disasters. Each of you today plays an essential role in resilience building. Across sectors, disciplines, and organizations, we are redefining the way we approach problems and solutions. Together, we are shaping a more disaster-resilient society, not only surviving, but thriving. In fact, I would like to express my sincerest gratitude for the government of Japan and JICA, because there are many other assistance that they have provided your region. You have the flood forecasting and warning system, and you have the flood protection of Cagayan De Oro River Basin with a very good road. A dike, which is also a road. I have seen the importance of this kind of infrastructure in the Mangahan floodway in Metro Manila, Rizal, because I live nearby. And I'm sure you will agree that the Mangahan floodway has protected many lives, and I'm sure that will also be the function for Cagayan de Oro City. We should think of resilience as a way to safeguard not just our lives, but livelihood, investments, and your future prosperity. This facility is more than just a technological milestone. It is a beacon of hope and security for thousands of Filipinos here in Misamis Oriental who have long faced the risks of flooding and extreme weather events. We must recognize that disaster preparedness is not just about risk reduction. It is about wealth protection and creation in tandem. This is not just about saving lives. It is about protecting businesses, helping farmers plant their crops, ensuring that our tourism industry remains strong. Investing in disaster resilience is an investment in economic stability and national progress. As we move forward, let us all embrace the responsibility of using these advancements to safeguard our communities. Preparedness is not just about infrastructure. It is about education, collaboration, and collective action. The success of this operation system will not only be measured by the technology it deploys, but also by the lives and livelihoods it protects. To our local officials and disaster response teams, I encourage you to integrate the Cagayan de Oro River Basin flood forecasting and warning system into your emergency response planning and strategies. To our communities, I urge you to stay informed, be proactive, and make full use of the vital service this facility provides. Together, let us build a safer, more resilient, and more prosperous Philippines. Let us enjoy the beauty all the time and ensure that when the beast comes, we will still be alive and thriving. So, maraming salamat po. Thank you again for the government of Japan, JICA, and everyone involved, because this is what we will do. This is what we are here for, to serve and protect our country and our countrymen. Daghang salamat. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you to all of you.
All right, thank you very much, our beloved DOST Secretary, Secretary Renato U. Sulitum Jr. for those inspiring words. And we all know now who's the beauty and the beast, right? All right, so at this point, may I respectfully once again request our beloved Secretary for his indulgence, together with our Administrator of DOST-PAGASA, to come on stage for handing over our token of gratitude to our partners, particularly to the people of Japan, represented by His Excellency Ambassador Enzo Caduya, and of course, the JICA representative, represented by our senior representative, Morishima Takanori. Okay. So, all right. His Excellency, sir, thank you so much. And of course, to picture daw po muna. Ayan. And of course, our small token of gratitude also comes to JICA, or the Japan International Cooperation Agency, ably represented by Morishima Takanori-san. Okay, thank you very much. Pwede na po. Yan. So thank you so much, gentlemen. And we now go to our much-awaited ribbon cutting and unveiling of marker. All right. So as we move to the next part of our program, we'd like to highlight the strong partnership and shared commitment between the Philippine government and the government of Japan. Okay? So, may we request our key officials to come dun sa ating marker right over the, just underneath our transmission tower. Opo. So, we invite our key officials, His Excellency Enzo Kazuya, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Japan, together with our Secretary Renato Solidum Jr., Yusek Sancho Maborang, Morishima Takanori-san, and Dr. Nat Servando, of course, our local chief executives, Mayor Lignes of El Salvador, Mayor Uy of Cagayan de Oro, Honorable Mayor Factura of Talacag, Bukidnon, Honorable Mayor Harahula of Baungon, Bukidnon, and Honorable Mayor Lopez of Libona, Bukidnon. The rest of our guests who are not mentioned, you may stay on your seats, at the comfort of your seats, and we will be showing all of the activities as it unfolds. No? We can see it here on our widescreen. Okay. And of course, Congressman Bambi pala, I almost forgot. Yeah, please join the ribbon cutting, sir. Ayan. Thank you po. All right, so ready na for the unveiling of our official marker. Okay, thank you so much. And congratulations to each and every one of us. So some photo opportunities. Okay. Shortly after this unveiling and ribbon cutting, we will now proceed to our press conference together with our media partners from the national and local. So the press conference will be held at the planetarium of the Mindanao Pagasa Regional Services Division. Sa
So then the radar mesh, which is the final product of the radar scan. The radar mesh has a resolution of 150 by 150 meter rainfall intensity. The rainfall starts and will be set if there is no rainfall within 6 hours. Then you can also see in radar mesh the accumulated rainfall within 48 hours, the accumulated rainfall within 24 hours, the accumulated rainfall within 60 minutes, and the accumulated rainfall within 10 minutes. Then this is the monitoring platform of the rainfall, which you can easily identify the stations, which station is raining, and it has a colored icon to identify the intensity of the rain. Then this is the hydrograph function, shows the graph. Time series table in each station of 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or 60 minutes. So this is the monitoring platform of the water level, which is also as a color coding icon of the flood assessment level in each if it reach the alert, alarm, and critical. And this feature the diagram, the flow of the Cagayan De Oro River and its tributaries, so, from upstream to downstream. And you can see in this picture the propagation graph, the propagation of the water level in each water level station in a given time. In the hydrograph, the picture shows the water level in each station with hydrograph in each rainfall gauging station. So this picture shows the table of the latest water level, the past 3 hours of the water level, the past 3 hours of the water level deviation, and the flood assessment level in each station. In this picture is also the water level and the flow quantity time series table in each water level station with the interval of 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or 60 minutes.
Do you have any questions?
I'm actually just honored.
Oh, okay.
We're honored.
But you can ask very difficult questions to Dr. Servando if you want. Sir Ambassador?
No, very much impressed by all the facilities and the expertise that are devoted to operations.
So what needs to be done is to match the observation with the actual response at the community level. Because the responses will be different depending on where you are. So we have the Office of Civil Defense.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Is this real-time information shareable? Because we have, for the information of our distinguished guests,
Yes,
we
sir.
have an alternate government command control center here in Cagayan de Oro. That is one of the 4 government command control centers, a replication of the OCD facilities we have in Camp Aguinaldo. And the question is, can this be shared real-time to GCC?
Yes, sir. But, actually, it's shared in Cagayan de Oro, CDO, CDRMO, sir, as of now. And all other LGUs also, Talakag and Bao.
But I think he wants OCD.
Yes, sir, we can also. And we also have a Facebook Messenger, sir.
Sa ating GCC,
So,
sir.
kopyahin mo lang yung nasa web nila. Lalabas mo.
And eventually, through our website, which is that accepted.
So may I ask a follow-up question? So the information will go from this operation center to OCD, and the OCD is going to be
So it's directly,
It's directly
same time? Real time. It's the same time.
at the same time, both local government units as well as
Yeah.
to the OCD.
But Pagasa will provide the operational warnings as well. Officially.
Which one, Secretary, Your Excellency, will not be questioned, but a call to all our friends from the media and the social media industry as not to sow panic and confusion before reporting anything that is related to floods and rain. We should consider, because we now have the technology, I hope that we will be responsible enough to use data properly and efficiently. Your Excellency and Mr. Secretary.
That's quite true. It's very important to utilize this information. It's
Yeah.
And the two expand radars are very critical because they are located as streams.
Yeah.
So that we can monitor the rain, so that we can
Of course, this time their focus is on saving lives. But this has many applications on agriculture and other industries.
Yeah, I know.
Even garden wedding or outdoor wedding, this will be very useful.
Yeah, and in the city, Your Excellency, the number one industry for tourism is actually whitewater river rafting.
So this is very
And
important.
it would be it would be wonderful if tourists, when they come, are not in danger. And day before, or weeks before, or 3 days before, they will be informed of the forecast of the weather for the industry to flourish and for the protection of the tourists that will be coming to the city and Misamis Oriental.
So that's another assignment for Pagasa, not this group. No, it's what I call industrial meteorology. Specific forecast for specific sector.
Oh, yeah.
So if there's a golf course, they can actually provide the forecast and the monitoring. If there's a golf course. I mean, that is done in many other countries.
And to add to this one, for tourism, we have already planetarium here. So plus this facility, likely there will be researchers coming here.
First planetarium in Mindanao.
Thank you to the good secretary. But wonderful.
We should dedicate because he facilitates.
No, this is very wonderful. This actually will help us a lot.
So this is a very improved. Any other question? Because we will have a press conference, right? Okay? If not, thank you.
Okay, so our esteemed dignitaries, please stay here kindly for a while. We allow first the media team, our media partners, to set up photos the press conference venue. So may I request our media partners to proceed first to our Good morning once again, everyone. To everyone remaining here in the main venue, I would like to inform you that as our dignitaries and media partners are moving to the press conference venue, we together can witness the live broadcast of the said press conference through the LED screen here in front. So, we have also our snacks and coffee stations on each sides. And please feel free to help yourselves. And should you have any assistance, our ushers and usherettes will be happy to assist you. Thank you.
I saw it. I was looking for you. Somebody told me that I look for you. I said, so, sino yung ano? Simulan natin.
All right. Cagayan de Oro Basin Flood Forecasting and Warning System. So we have our panelists right now in front of us.
Lumapit ka na lang dito.
So we have our panelists who are joining us right now. We have the Secretary of DOST, Secretary Renato Junior, the Ambassador of Japan, His Excellency Endo Kazuya. We also have Honorable Representative Bang Imano. We also have our Undersecretary of the DOST, Yusek Sancho Mabora. We also have our Regional Director of the OCD 10, Regional Director Antonio Sugarol, and also our PAGASA Administrator, Dr. Nat Servando. We also have Honorable Mayor El Salvador City and Urishima Takanori-san, our Chairman of the Financial Agency. Okay, so allow me to first acknowledge our media partners who are joining us right now. We start, first we begin with the local media, our Brigada News FM, IFM, Radio Pilipinas, Miss Or Radio, our GMI Regional Daily Manila Shipboard, and we also have Rappler. We also have our GNN or Global News Network, Filipino Mirror, and DOST-PAGASA Central Office, represented by Deputy Sir Aris Gutierrez. Okay, so the floor is now open for we will their questions. Because our dear secretary and you said having your flight.
It's okay. So, they can ask a lot of questions. We will just leave the doctor to button. Good morning.
Ayun. Okay po. Ating mga Pilipinas, you may now answer your queries to be answered by Sir Jimmy.
Hi, morning everyone. My question will be for RD Sugarol for OCD and also to DOST Secretary Eslido. Just recently, some parts of Misamis Occidental and Lanao del Norte have been struck by urban floodings. No? After the placement of this warning system here in Cagayan de Oro, do you have plans to extend this one? Prone area na rin yung areas na yun. So, nangyari parang urban flooding na.
This kind of project there sa areas nila. Thank you.
Hello. Okay. Now, in our effort to monitor and warn, no? Sa aming estratehiya para bantayan ang mga pag-ulan at yung posibleng mga pagbaha, inuna natin yung mga major river basins kasama yung Cagayan de Oro and the principal river basins. Pero pagdating sa mga syudad o even well-developed towns, urban flooding, no? Meron namang forecast ng pag-asa parati dyan. Kaya nga yung kanilang heavy rainfall warning na binibigay, kailangang aralin ng mga local government ano ang epekto ng heavy rainfall, kung anong antas ng ulan, doon sa posibleng pagbaha. Kasi yung ibang baha dyan sa ilog, yung ibang pagbaha sa kalsada, ang problema noon, hindi sapat ang kanal para ma-accommodate yung bagsak ng ulan. So kailangang i-match parati ang amount ng tubig papunta doon sa mga posibleng pagbaha. Pero patuloy pong gagawin ng pag-asa yan habang ini-improve ang ating rainfall monitoring. So Dr. Sorvando, you might want to add?
Actually, the Cagayan de Oro Flood Forecasting Warning Center is just one of the systems in Mindanao. There are more major river basins. Of course, nandito 6 more, which covers the whole of Mindanao. And of course, yung dalawang X-band radars cover only the Cagayan River Basin, but there are also other X-band radars installed in some river basins na pwedeng magamit din in monitoring the rainfall within the masakop ng radar range actually. Mahalagang facility ito. Of course, in addition to the basic monitoring equipment na minomonitor ng pag-asa.
Follow up, sir. When we say we can forecast the rain, how soon natin pwedeng i-forecast, sir? I mean, I am asking for the hours, kung ilang oras natin pwedeng ilabas yung advisory before yung malakas na ulan, sir.
Okay, ako na magsabi na sa kasalukuyan, right now we have an ongoing project with Pag-asa, Department of Science and Technology, Advanced Science and Technology Institute, and American company Atmo Incorporated. We gave them, meaning DOST gave them funding for a collaborative research to use artificial intelligence in improving the forecast. So for example, from a 5-day weather forecast, we want 14 days. And from a 3-hour computing, we want 15 minutes. So that is the speed we want. So this is all over the country. So that's the speed that we want. So maybe it's ongoing. So hopefully end of the year or next year, we can actually show some products already, Dr. Servando. Yeah. So that's the strategy we want with the use of AI.
Thank you, sir. Sino pong magtatanong? So from Waving Inauguration po.
Good morning. Sir, I would like to ask, basically, how much is the cost of the entire project? That's for the first question.
Maybe Pag-asa or JICA. Do you know?
The total project cost, if we have to disclose, amounts to, in yen, 930 million. Yen, yeah. Roughly about 300 million pesos.
Thank you, sir. And follow-up question, what would be the next step from here, sir, after having this system successfully operated now? So what would be the next step? Will there be another cooperation between Japan and Philippines or the OST to further improve the flood forecasting and warning system, not just here in the province?
Do you want to ask Japan or?
Both, sir.
Do you want to answer? Or Pag-asa? Ambassador? Or maybe Pag-asa first? Pag-asa first.
The JICA-funded Cagayan de Oro River Basin is just one of the projects funded by JICA. In the past years, we have many projects, but right now, we have one project on the pipeline, but we are already assured of having approved. But this focuses on technical cooperation project, more on training of our technical personnel, on enhancing our forecasting capabilities. It's funded by JICA. And this.
Thank you very much for the question. As Secretary mentioned in his remark, there are so many ongoing projects related to the flood management or disaster management project, not only in this area but also in Metro Manila region, in some other areas in Mindanao. There are so many ongoing projects, both in grant, technical assistance, and some in loans. And there is, as the Japanese government through JICA and through some other agencies, we are very much happy to continue our collaborations with the Philippine government in various fields.
Okay, you had a question from the DOST side. The DOST is there to support its agencies, but on our own, we are funding two very important platforms, the artificial intelligence hubs. This is for all sectors, including disasters, and the Geospatial Analytics and Technology Solutions Program, which will also be very important in the use of artificial intelligence. You need the data. Now, in this effort, we're assisting all agencies of DOST, including Pag-asa and FIVOX, so that we can now integrate not only the geological hazards, but climate and weather data to make a bigger platform to further integrate all the data that you can use directly. So we're building on the previous projects of DOST. And anytime Pag-asa can actually propose something that the Department of Science and Technology can fund.
If I may add, I believe that the national government has done its part through the President Bongbong Marcos and of course the good secretary. I strongly believe that Japan did their part already. I strongly believe that the next part should be for the local government units to work together and work on how to maximize the equipment. As chairman of the Committee on Mindanao Affairs in the House of Representatives, if elections go well, what I was thinking of, that the Region 10, consisting of 6 provinces, must form a committee where we are not only able to ask the help and assistance of DOST and the Japanese government, but to protect the facilities as well, so that we will be able to use it until there's new technology that will be coming. So let me assure the Japanese government, let me assure His Excellency, the good secretary, that after the said event, after the elections, God willing, we will try to call all the local government units, all the national agencies involved in working and protecting the community, that we must work together. That is what I can help with the said project. Thank you. Mayong buntag.
Thank you very much for those impacting. Sir Roy Padilla, our Deputy Administrator of Pagasa.
Thank you, Bernard. Just to answer the way forward, Pagasa is manning or the one establishing the flood forecasting and warning systems for all the Philippines. We have just brought a proposal for the rehabilitation of Cagayan, not the Cagayan De Oro. It's Cagayan North in Region 2 because we already have an aged system in that part. It is the biggest river basin here in the Philippines, but it needs rehabilitation. So we are trying to source funds from the Japanese government and hoping that they can help us on this. Thank you.
Sir, thank you. Any other questions from our audience, from our media partners?
Good morning, everyone. Miss Or Julina from Miss Oradio. So my question is, how is the information of the water level of the river made available to the public after po the forecasting?
Yeah, all the information gathered from the system are processed by our experts, hydrologists, and forecasters here at the regional Pagasa Services office, and then they are translated into warning information para mas madaling maintindihan ng mga users, particularly our community. But in the dissemination, we utilize all forms of media, of course, including the social media, because it's the easiest way to disseminate information anytime and more efficiently. And of course, when there are extreme weather events, direct broadcasting through the radio, and of course, the media are coming here for information, and they help us disseminate this information to the public.
Thank you, sir. And this is to Congressman Bambi Manukong. So, Kong, in relation to this project, do you have any plans or programs to the community in relation to this Cagayan de Oro River Basin flood forecasting and warning system, Kong, especially in Misamis Oriental?
Thank you. As I was saying earlier, first is the technology has been given. It has been granted. I think the first and best thing to do is for us to protect the technology that was bestowed upon to protect the lives of Misamis Oriental, Cagayan de Oro, and Region 10. Second, we will try to work with all the local government units and try to gather all of them, collaborate with them on how we will be able to maximize the said technology. And hopefully with the technology, we will be able to protect not only properties but lives. The technology that was given are so focused in Cagayan de Oro and Misamis Oriental. But the 5 provinces of Region 10 will be able to benefit even even the islands of Camiguin. When there will be challenges with the weather, Camiguin will also benefit. So I think the next best thing to do is to collaborate and hopefully, again, maximize the given technology. I hope it satisfies the good gentle lady.
Thank you, Kong.
Okay. Noel Ristos from Brigada News FM, Cagayan De Oro. Magandang umaga sa lahat. Sir, fake news is rampant nowadays. How can we assure that the data we forecast from the flood forecasting and warning system is legit?
Very easy to answer. Just go to PAGASA and don't listen to the others.
And Ted Benavitas here, our regional director.
Because remember, technology is out there to open all the data, but data is one thing, interpreting this would be different. That's why we need meteorologists and hydrologists to interpret the data that would be available to us. And then each community will have a different response to the situation depending on whether they're upstream or downstream. No? But the best sort of information and scenario would be PAGASA and of course Office of Civil Defense as they also share the information from PAGASA. The city governments and local governments get the data as well, but they must be in constant coordination with PAGASA.
Okay. Secretary, you've been mentioned a while ago that technology is one thing. Paano yung mga kababayan natin na kahit alam na may baha, pero ayaw pa rin umalis sa mga lugar? Ano yung nagiging mga agreement nyo sa LGU na ganitong mga pangyayari po?
In my experience when I was handling FIVOX and even now at DOST, the best way to really approach this challenge is to educate them by giving them a scenario on how they will be affected, how their family members will be affected. So kung ikaw naman mayor, how will that whole town or city will be affected? Hindi lang kasi warning ang dapat malaman ano yung magiging epekto. Kaya ang PAGASA, if you've heard of this, they're also into what we call impact-based forecasting. So may ulan, may baha, pero ano mangyayari sa mga lugar, kailangan ding banggitin at kailangan matutunan ng mga tao bago pa magkaroon ng mga warning. Kumbaga, pagdating sa lindol, ilan ang mamamatay, ilan ang masisirang mga bahay, kasama ba sila o hindi. So ganun din sa baha, yun yung gagawin. So a lot of educational campaign and coordination with communities would be needed.
I may add, good secretary, now would be the best time to start. We now have the technology. We very well know that the Japanese government and the Japanese people are supreme when it comes to technology. And earlier, as I was listening to the program, we have the most advanced state-of-the-art technology given to by the Japanese government and JICA and of course with the good secretary. I believe we can start right after this press con by telling people, hey, the PAGASA and DOST has now the technology to tell you if the rain, if the forecast is really adverse to you and to your neighbors. And this is accurate. And if you do not follow the government's rules, instructions, especially when it comes to evacuation, it will have repercussions. I think this is the best way to start. That's how I look at it. We now have the best technology. We were given the best technology. Believe me, it's accurate. And if PAGASA, if DOST tells us that there will be challenges, there will be floods, protect your loved ones, protect your family. We now have the technology. We are so blessed that if ever Sendong or the beast that was called Sendong will come sooner or later, then we are given advance notice. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Ikor from Rappler. Oh, sorry, I'm over here. For Pag-asa, how would you compare our flood forecasting and warning capabilities now that the project has been completed compared to during the time of Sendong in 2011?
Maybe our expert hydrologist could provide complete information. Mas malayo ang depression.
Monitoring station, our regulatory city. So if we will compare it right now, we already have the system and the radar, which is very helpful in forecasting because if you know if we using the radar, we can already estimate the rainfall before it goes down, before it reaches the ground. So when we already know the amount of rainfall that we touch the ground, we already know, or we will know,
Okay, let me explain from an earth scientist perspective. The flood in Cagayan de Oro and Iligan in 2011 is not a simple flood event. There were so many rains, but the flood got delayed. I studied the history of rainfall in the area. Although I'm not from Pag-asa, I'm a scientist. I have to review all the satellite-based rainfall forecast. And it's supposed to flood early on, but the flood came early morning. What happened was the landslides in the upstream part of both Cagayan de Oro and Iligan rivers blocked the water. And that landslide dam created a water dam that later on broke and brought all down the mud and the creeks. That's what happened. So with this monitoring system, you can actually monitor if there is increased water level in some areas more than usual as calculated from the rainfall. Because if it's damped in the upper part, the water there will be very high and the water below will not be very high. In fact, you don't need to know the actual river measurement, but if you notice that the upstream is raining heavily and there is not much flood going down, then the water has been trapped. And so that can be verified using the system. So I wanted to explain it that way because most of the killer floods in the Philippines recently are landslide debris dam breakout. Yung flood na naharang ng landslide yung tubig sa kabawak. So we have to be worried about it because that is the most dangerous flood event. Sudden release of trapped water and the people get overwhelmed. And you won't have time to do that. That is why it is important for people to listen to the warning in advance. Wala na silang time pag sobrang malaki ang volume. Mabilis. But we can monitor that in...
Can I add just a little? I would like to take the opportunity. It was December. People were preparing. It was supposed to be a happy season for Filipinos because we celebrate Christmas almost 3 to 6 months. So happiness turned into sorrow, and life turned into death. I very well remember during that time, my father was local chief executive. He was mayor of Cagayan. He was blamed because of all the death. It was even like we were killing during the Sendong. And with the current technology that has been given to us, I very believe that local government are so fortunate to have this, that we will be able to tell already time and hopefully the rainfall in the province and in the city, we should protect our residents. That's why I'm very honored. We actually have an event today. It's political. It's actually very interesting season. We are supposed to go to for his covenant signing for all those who are running this coming elections. Last night, the governor and I discussed this. He is represented by Attorney Pacana, and we decided that he will go and sign in behalf of I, and I'll be joining here so that I will be able to hopefully represent the province of Misamis Oriental under Governor Onabio to tell you that we are 101% supporting, and hopefully what happened during the Sendong and during the other floods and the typhoons will not anymore take away lives, destroy property in the province, in the city, in the region, in the islands of Mindanao. And hopefully, because we have the secretary, as I have told you, Sec, Mindanao, Misamis Oriental never forgets how thankful we are with this planetarium and the technology that you have given to us. We very well know it could have been given to other provinces. It could have been given to other cities. And yet, the good secretary with the president, current President Bongbong Marcos, Secretary Solidum, gave it to Cagayan de Oro, gave it to Bukidnon. More than that, further, Japanese government gave it to us. This is already a blessing to us. And it's very timely. We will celebrate summer only for 2 months. Come June, it's monsoon season. And we will now be able to hopefully protect every life, property, the people that we are supposed to serve. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Benedict Abegar po ng Margot TV at Saksi Ngayon to Secretary Renato Solidum. Sec, marami po tayong mga river basin sa ating bansa. May plano rin po ba na lagyan ng ganitong mga teknolohiya at ilan po ito sakali?
Ang pag-asa talaga ang nakatoka dyan. As I mentioned, inuna yung major river basin, tapos principal river basin. Pero meron din tayong tinatawag na community-based flood monitoring and warning. And this has been done long ago, although hindi lang ito masyadong bongga like this one, pero patuloy na gagawin. And it should be done in coordination with the local government. The community-based monitoring and warning system, many local governments want to also lead that because, you know, Pag-asa will not be able to man all these systems. And for the smaller river basins, minor rivers, it would be good if the local governments can partner with Pag-asa and they can also man this facility. Dr. Want to add?
In the Philippines, there are 18 major river basins. And of course, may mga principal basins, depende sa lawak or laki ng basins. And the 18 major river basins ay fully covered. We have already established the flood forecasting warning systems, similar to the CDO, out of the Philippine Government Fund. Now we have started to establish the same system in other principal river basins. And of course, the community-based early warning system as mentioned by our secretaries, something we support in coordination with the local government units at a small focus to the local level actually. And there are a number of LGUs na we're providing technical assistance.
Okay, thank you po. At lastly, kay Congressman Imano. Sir, kamusta po yung inyong probinsya dito? Yung kahandaan, sapat po ba yung inyong mga kagamitan dito sa pagdating sa pagre-rescue?
Yeah, I want to believe that we have been very up to date. The way that the national government changed the system of using the disaster fund, before it was only actually for response, and now part of it, a huge part of it was given for us to be able to prepare for preparation, preparedness. I have seen competitive local government units. I have seen the national government trying to give incentives for local government that has been prepared, trained personnel for eventualities and calamities. I want to believe that we had, technology-wise, might not be up at par with other first world nations, but we are actually prepared. I think the next best thing to do is for the national government, like DPWH, and local governments to work together. The technology that was given, I believe, will be able to help us protect even more. If it's 60-70% prepared right now, I believe with the technology given, then we will be able to upgrade our disaster preparedness, sir.
Thank you very much. So, pahapon na lang po siguro. Pero pa. Lidum Jr., His Excellency Ambassador Endo, and of course, Honorable Congressman Mano, thank you. The Honorable Mayor Ignes, and of course our Pagasa Administrator Dr. Max Servando. Our copies of the press release are available printed. We may approach it for and some follow-ups po pala before we finally move on to the picture lang po muna daw. Ayan.
This is how we will be able to maximize. Oy mga bot, paano naman na wala akong covenant sa inyo? Nandito ako supportahan dito. Temporary sa election, this will serve kasi lives, ha?